It's a new year, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Currently, by the time of filming this video, it's 2nd of January, and this is just like the beginning of this year, like the beginning of this year. Last year was I don't even know how to categorize last year. It was just there. It was sour, it was sweet, it was bitter, it was everything. It was just full of mixed feelings. Anyways, I am just super grateful that I made it and you made it too. This year has to be the best year. Imagine looking back at the end of this year and you're like, oh my god, this is the best year so far. How do we make this possible? Because I really want this year to be the best year for me in all ramifications, because I really noticed that last year I was so relaxed and so laid back. But you see, this year is going to be the best year of my life. I'm affirmating it and I'm going to put action to that. And I'm going to be more strategic and more smarter with my goals. I actually came up with a way to just break everything down, so it will be more easier for me to focus on the goals that are more relevant. Now, this is where I'm going to be introducing you to the circle of life. I call this the circle of life because the earth is constantly rotating around us in a circular motion. And time is growing. The same time we are growing older too. Okay, have you ever heard the saying, time waits for no man? And that's exactly the same reason why we all need to be smarter about our goals this year. We have 3 segments of our life that we really need to focus on. We have the health, we have our relationships, and we have our goals. So we have the health, which is really important, because without having a healthy life balance or a healthy life, you see, all those goals that we are writing down and planning for is really useless. Now, under this health segment, we have the physical health and the mental health, and these are the 2 main components of this section. Sometimes I do refer to it as the mind, body, and soul. And over to the next segment of the circle of life, we have relationships. Relationships are very important. We can't walk through life all alone. If not, life is going to be so boring and depressing. So we need relationships, and under this segment, we have 3 categories. We have the family, we have the friends, and we have romantic relationships. That brings us to the last segment, and under this segment, we have growth. When we're talking about growth, we have 2 categories: financial growth and progressive growth. Financial growth, because money is really important no matter what we say. With money, we can have a roof over our head. We can afford the basic needs of life. And for progressive growth, this is where you rate yourself according to where you are right now and where you want to be. All right, so let's do the rating together. Over to the health segment. At physical health, I'm going to give myself a 7 over 10. Because naturally, I think I'm very fit, even though I don't hit the gym like on a routine basis. But I take my yoga and my flexibility serious, which also helps me when it comes to mental health. So for mental health, I would say a 6 over 10. Definitely, I have improved quite a lot compared to last year or previous years. And this is because I constantly try to educate myself always. Especially when I'm doing a video research topic like this one, I also learn from it. Now, for the relationship segment, I think I'm going to rate myself a 9 over 10 because I think I have great relationship with everyone in my family. The only area I feel like I need to improve on is my communication level, because even though I studied mass communication, I think I suck at communicating or keeping in touch. And really, I think I'm going to make conscious effort in that area this year, because I want to keep in touch with everyone. I want to know what everyone is doing. That way it makes me like the bond gets stronger, if that makes sense. Now for friends, I would say I don't really have a lot of friends, just a handful, and I am contented with that, honestly. Am I the greatest friend? I wouldn't know, but I do know that I do my best. So I'll give myself a 5 over 10. That's an average. And for a romantic relationship, I'll give myself an 8 or 9 over 10. Over at the growth segment, we have financial growth, and I'll give myself a 4 over 10. Hopefully that changes this year, because there's some kind of basic amount of money that I want to be making every month, and I'm not just making it right now, which is making me a bit dependent on my partner. I don't like that, but it's not like it's bad. I want to be financially independent for myself in such a way that if I go out right now and I see a house or a car that I like or I admire, I can buy it, you know, afford vacations whenever I feel like, buy some certain things whenever I feel like. And lastly, for the progressive growth is literally what we're doing right now. We're literally just checking in on all areas of this cycle of life to see which area we are actually progressing at, or to see the level at which we are right now. One thing about doing this circle of life is that it sort of helps you become more aware of your current position and where you want to be. So do not limit yourself. The circle of life literally have everything to help you push that goal and plan forward or to the next level. And you can also break them into smaller chunks. For instance, I talked about not being financially buoyant right now, which was why I gave myself a 4/10. So I'm going to break that down into various areas that I need to concentrate on. That way I can find out what works best for me and double down on that area. All this I need to figure out really so that I can elevate myself from 4/10 to probably 8/10 or 10/10. Same thing with other areas that I am working on or I have written down there or rated myself in. So you can pause this video and actually go back, rate yourself and know which area. This is one thing about this circle of life. It helps you become more aware of which area that you're lacking in and what area that you need to improve on. So all you need to do is just go ahead and rate yourself. Be truthful to yourself, rate yourself and ask yourself, okay, do I need to elevate this area? Is 5 too small or too big? One thing about being productive is the fact that we need to be more intentional about our goals. Like I said earlier, imagine looking back and saying, oh, this year was the best year of my life. And to achieve this, we need to make intentional efforts that will later on be effective. And honestly, what makes our goal effective is when we have a sense of where we are right now and where we want to be. That's actually what makes a very sufficient goal. Being productive doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be up to something at every time, you have to be doing something at every minute or hustling and bustling and busting out yourself. For me, I believe it's all about just working smart and strategically being intentional about our goals. Don't just set goals because Madame Lucy is setting her goal that way or everyone does it this way, then it's no longer a personal goal. But when you set it according to your own schedule, your own time, your own convenience, that's when it becomes a personal goal. What I also do is that at the end of every week or month, I go back to review those goals, and this helps me to actually stay on top of it and know what I'm doing so far, and it also helps me to enjoy the process. All right, so now that brings us to a secret that I want to share with you. I mean, I actually use this method to set my own goal, but I'm like, okay, why not share? I'll be sharing everything with you on this channel, and you know that. So this is called the time cycle. This is what I use to elevate myself and keep myself on track. In a year, we have 12 months, right? Which is January to December. So what I do is that I divide the whole year into 3 segments. That would be in one segment, we have January to April. In the second segment, we have May to August. And in the last segment, we have September to December. So basically, in each of these segments, we have 4 months. January, February, March, April, like that. We have 4 months. And 4 months is actually a great amount of time for someone's life to actually transform. It can either transform from negative to positive or positive to negative or up to down or down to up, and it all depends on if we're able to make that conscious effort. For instance, people who go to the gym on a regular, like if they're so focused on the fact that, oh, I want to build my arms, I want to build my muscles, I want to have a flat tummy or something, if they're going to the gym constantly, like every day, they make it like a routine, in 3 months, 4 months, they'll start seeing changes. And that's how life is. No matter, even if it's like reading a book or something, you don't know how to read, or you're trying to learn how to read, or you're trying to develop that hobby of reading, once you read constantly for like 3 months, it becomes part of you. So it's safe to say that 4 months is actually enough time to be able to achieve something or to see progress if we make conscious effort. What I do is that I take out my pen and I write down what I want to achieve in this given period of time, and I then break that down into smaller chunks, then take them one by one, little by little, in a way that it's convenient for me and it's enjoyable at the same time. So you can honestly pause this video right now and ask yourself, what is it that I want to achieve from January to April? And by the end of April, you revisit that goal, you check it out and see how far or how you're doing so far, and you will strategize for the next month, which is May to August. Same thing for September to December. That way you're bound to be more organized, I tell you, and at the same time you will also enjoy the process. By being intentional this year, congratulations are in order. And if you have no idea how to set your goals or what to set, no, I already told you how to set your goals, but if you don't have an idea of what your goals should look like, ask yourself yourself, what do I want people to congratulate me for this year? It could be something as little as, oh, you're looking more beautiful, congratulations. Oh, you've lost weight. Oh, your skin is glowing. Oh, I passed my exams, or something little big. It could be anything. So anything that is an achievement is what's being congratulated for. Then after you find out what you want people to congratulate you for, ask yourself, why do I want them to congratulate me for this? Because the why is really important. It evaluates the reasons behind what you truly want, what I truly want to. Now, if you enjoyed this video, I'm sure you would love to see some toxic habits that is keeping you stuck. Make sure to check it out because it literally has all the information that you need. Do not forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one.